Hi everyone, it's me, Samantha. Welcome back to my channel. That was a weird intro. I don't know why I did it that way, but happy Halloween. It is Monday the 31st, and it is Halloween here in the US, and I'm very excited because I love Halloween. We are not going to be trick-or-treating this year, but that's because that Jasper wants to hand out candy instead, so we will be doing that. And I have a lot to show you guys this month. So yeah, I'm actually quite surprised at how much I colored, considering I started diamond painting this month and really got into that. So that took up quite a bit of my time, and I did a lot of color by number. In fact, most of my books this month were color by number and marker books. So that's something that is kind of interesting and new. I think it's because I had kind of a really bad mental health month, in terms of I had a lot of anxiety and stress this month for some reason. And color by numbers are just those books that are easy access, and I can color in it really well, and they don't take up a whole lot of time. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I didn't mark down any like the number of pages or any of that. I just kind of stacked all my books when I was finished with them. And yeah, so the first book I worked out of was Autumn, Black Background, Color by Number by Color Questopia. This is a new book of mine. So I only did, I believe, the first picture. Yeah, just this picture with markers. The next book is one that I've had for a very long time. This is Autumn Dreamlings by Edwina McNamee. And I did this one. This was not a color by number, but it was one that I just used my glitter gel pens and markers in. And it looks like I actually did a few more. Oh yeah, I also did this one. Let me try and adjust my light here. Try this way. There you go. You can kind of see it better. So how are you guys doing? What's new? And I did this one. And here's my whip. This is going to be in pencils. And yeah, I worked out of this one quite a bit this month. This one's always favorite for Halloween and fall. I really like her work. It's very cutesy and soft, so it's not too scary. And that's what I like. The next book I worked out of was Square Mandalas by Creative Haven. The artist is Alberta Hutchinson in this book. And I did this one. The next book that I worked out of is Candy Coloring Book by Color Questopia. The black background. And I did this one. I did this one. And this is my whip. The next book that I worked out of was Unicorns by Daisy Joy Publishing. And I did this one. And this is my whip. The next book that I worked out of is another new book of mine. This is Galaxy Queen by Coco Wyo. And I did a few pages in here. I did this one. and this one. I really like the marker and glitter gel pen combo in these books. It's just so fun and it's easy, and your pictures turn out looking nice, so you don't need to spend a whole lot of time on your pictures unless you want to. And sometimes I just don't have enough time to spend a whole bunch of hours working on a page, even though I want to. So I find that that's a good, what do you call it? It's like, it's just a good idea to have both of those things on hand when you're coloring. So this one I wasn't going to share because my color that I did the peaches for wasn't what I wanted it to be, but I guess it turned out okay. It's just a lot more pink than I wanted it. I could just say it's a summer page or something. And I used a metallic paint pen to do the circle edge. And this book, I'm sorry, is 50 Autumn Mandalas by Camelia Angelkova. This one I don't like as much as her other books. It's just a little bit more bland than the other ones for some reason. It's just not really my style. But I'm still coloring in it because it's mine and I have it, so I'm going to finish it. But compared to her other books, it's not one that I tend to gravitate to. This is my favorite picture that I've done out of this book so far. It's an owl, and he is so handsome looking. Look at him. I love owls. Owls are so majestic and smart looking birds. We have a lot of them up here in North Idaho. We have a lot of barn owls and a lot of hawks. Hawks are actually my spirit animal. So I see hawks every day out here on the prairie, and I was told by one of my spiritual people that I go to that means that they are your spirit animal when you see them more that often than the normal person does. And I see at least 3 to 5 hawks a day out here on the prairie. So I always gravitate towards them, and I love them. And they bring me a lot of peace when I see them. So anyway, little fun fact about me. This next book is Ceramic Tiles, Color by Number by Prachi Dewan Sachdeva. Love this book. I'm about halfway through it right now, and I did it this picture. And this is the next one that I'm going to do. I'm actually more than halfway through the book, it looks like. So, yeah, love this book. We'll be coloring in it a lot more. Next one is Easter Ceramic Tiles, Color by Number by Prachi Dewan Sachdeva. I colored 2 in here. I did this one, which I think turned out so cute. I love the little chickadees. I did this one, the Happy Easter page. And this one, the little carrots. If you guys are looking for books, I highly recommend Sachin Sachdeva and Prachi Dewan Sachdeva. They're such nice people. They have amazing books that they put out like these, and they have a really nice presence on Facebook, and they try to comment on people's pictures a lot. They're just super nice people, so I definitely recommend purchasing their books. This one is Christmas Ceramic Tiles by Prachi Dewan Sachdeva, and I did this one. And these pictures honestly take me about 20 to 30 minutes a piece to color. I did this one, so it doesn't take that long. And I did that one. The next book that I worked out of was Flowers, Stained Glass, Color by Number by Sun Life Drawing. And I did this one. And this is my whip. The next book that I worked out of is Modern Witches by Coco Wyo. And I did this one. Very glittery. I used a lot of metallic paint pen and glitter gel pen. And I kind of smeared the marker on the side. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't look that bad. And I did this one. The next book that I worked out of was Creepy Kawaii Coloring Book. And I did this one. My brown ran out, so it's very streaky, which is not cool. I hate when that happens. A lot of my Sharpies are starting to run out because I've been using them so much, so I need to get a new set. I did this little girl. She looks like a little me. And the next book that I worked out of was Cute Witch Stuff by Coco Wyo. I did this page. I did this page. And I did this page. The next book that I worked out of is a new book of mine. This is 50 Autumn Mandalas by Satch and Satch Diva. And I did the first page, which is this one, and the second page. The next book that I worked out of was 50 Autumn Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova. And of course, I didn't mark the page I worked out of. No. I'll show you guys my whips. Here's a whip that I have going on. Was it this one? Yes. Was this one? The next book that I worked out of was Find Your Aesthetic by Coco Wyo. And I did 3 out of this one this month. I did this page. This dude. This lady. And this guy. The next book that I worked out of was Mandalas by Color Questopia. And I did this one. And then I worked out of Color by Color's Famous Paintings. And I did this one. Really liked how this one turned out. These ones are a lot more smaller tiles than the other books, so it's something different, which I really like. So I'll be doing more out of this one soon. The next one I worked out of is 50 Easter Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. And I only did one this month out of this book, and that was this one. I then worked out of 50 Christmas Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. And I did a few out of this one. I did this one. This cute little snow girl. These cute little, this critter. And this one. I then worked out of Stained Glass Christmas by Satch & Satch Diva. And I did this one. I also did this one. And this one. I then decided to work out of Hocus Pocus Witches by Deborah Muller. And I did this one. And this one. I then worked out of Mosaic Art Patterns by Satch & Satch Diva. And I did this one. I then worked out of Sweet Doodles Kawaii Coloring Book. And I did this one. I then worked out of Merry Christmas by Color Questopia, the black background version. And I did this one. This one was super cute and fun to do. I then worked out of Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlzon. And I finished this double page spread. I like it. This one took me a long time to do for some reason. And then I worked out of 100 Easy Mandalas by Satch & Satch Diva. And I did this one. I then worked out of Stained Glass Egyptian Designs by Satch & Satch Diva. And I did this one. And this one. I then worked out of Whimsy Girls Around the World by Hannah Carlzon. And I did this one. This was probably my favorite picture I did this year, or this month. Just love that picture. I then worked out of 50 Safari Miniatures by Camila Angelkova. And I did this one. Oops. Accidentally ripped the picture. And I did this one. Can't really see the glitter too well, but it does have glitter on it. It's really dark and rainy here today, so I apologize for the visual. It's not very good. The next one is Fairy Touch of Magic that I did one in by Clara Markova. And that was this one. Actually, I think this one is my favorite that I've done this month. Just super cute. I love her pink eyes. And her yellow flower hat. She looks like my sister. The next book that I worked out of was Stained Glass Sugar Skulls by Such and Such Diva. And I did this one. Then I worked out of a new book of mine called Spooky Girl by Coco Wyo. And I did this one. And this one. And this one. I really like this book. Highly recommend this book. The next book I worked out of was 50 Halloween Miniatures by Camila Angelkova. I did this one. And this is my whip. And then I worked out of Stone Mosaics, book number 3. And I did this one. And that's what that one looks like. Then I worked out of Fairy and Fantasy by Christine Caron. I love this book. I highly recommend it. And I did this page. And I worked out of Spooky Vibes coloring book by Alexandra Franzine. And I did this one. This one. This one. And this one. I really like this book too, so definitely pick this book up if you can. I then did one out of my new book, Gnomes at Home by Deborah Muller. And I did this one. And I did a few out of Stained Glass Wildlife, Color by Number by Such and Such Diva. I did this one. And this one. And I did a few out of Care Bears Coloring Haven issue. I did this one. This one. And that one. And then I worked out of Delicious Foods by Color Questopia. Black background. I did this one. Did this one. And this is my whip for that book. I also did one out of 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camila Angelkova. And that was this one. and this one. And this one. I worked out of Mandala's coloring book for relaxation. And I did this one. And this one. And I worked out of Enchanted Halloween by Hannah Lynn. I'm almost done with this book. I did this one. Really like how this one turned out. Super cute. And I did 2 out of Classy Princessa by Demita Victoria. And I did this one. And this one. And then I worked out of another new book of mine. This is 50 Halloween Fairy Houses by Camila Angelkova. And I did this one. This one. And that's it. And the last book I worked out of was Halloween Nightmare Black Background by Color Questopia. And I did this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. So yeah, that is all I did for the month of October. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you are new. And if you are new, welcome. We do coloring videos, coloring flip-throughs, and reviews here. And we just have a good time. So thanks so much for being here. I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. Bye!